So I began writing stories, every word of which is absolutely true. And I don't have my manuscript with me, but one of the stories I thought that I could remember well enough to share with you from my life. Now, this may be difficult for some of you to get your minds around because it comes from Europe rather than South America. And I'll share with you. Now, the background of this goes all the way back to the time when I was about 10 years old, 11 years old, and I was taking swimming lessons at the YMCA to learn how to swim. My brother and I had taken lessons previous to that and got chicken pox in the middle of them, and so we had to stop. And so we started over again, and I was the star of my swimming class that year. Everybody, at the end, you would take a test and be rated, and everybody in our class was rated as a tadpole, except me. I was a minnow. And so, carrying that swimming success with me, many years later, I went to Europe. And many of the Europeans are pretty fanatical about not necessarily healthy living, because a lot of them smoke and drink and do things that destroy their health, but they like physical activity. Hiking, cycling, and swimming is a big thing in the Czech Republic. And so there were a couple of guys from the church there that regularly would go swimming at a public pool there, an indoor pool. And they invited me to go along with them. And for a long time I didn't want to go with them. But finally one time I agreed to go with them. And, but this is, as you all experienced when you went to Brazil, there are just so many things in a new country that are not the way they were where you came from. And this pool was not like the YMCA in Lakewood, North Little Rock. And so I didn't know what I was supposed to do, but I showed up with them, and you know also that what you do is you figure out things just by watching what the people in front of you do, and that's how you figure out what you're supposed to do. So the first night I got there and didn't know what to do, didn't know what it was going to cost, didn't know anything. But I get in the line, and I had been told by one of the guys that I was with that if you had any valuables with you, your wallet or your watch or anything like that, that you could turn it in and give it to them for they'd put it in a safe for you. And so I come up to the line, up to the cashier, and I paid I think it was 35 crowns.